What's going on, y'all? Coming at you with another video today. As you can see, I am in the shop. Unfortunately, not a modification video. Let me take y'all through here to the back. I've been rocking one muffler. I don't have a second muffler. Why? Because I actually threw it out, but my hanger broke over, it's happened like a couple weeks ago. The hanger broke because I went on a trip, and I think I've mentioned this before, but these OEM exhaust clamps have failed me on numerous occasions. I don't know why I've waited so long to replace these, but finally getting them replaced today. But the reason why I don't have a muffler on is because these failed on me. Ended up having to drop these down and take these off because I was in the middle of a road trip on the side of the fucking highway. I had to get down on the ground and take these off. And then after taking them off, I want to say like a couple days later, the whole rear section of my exhaust basically fell apart. Both mufflers came off. This one came off. Thankfully, it didn't snap the hanger or anything, but unfortunately, this one's hanger did snap. So I had to get a new hanger. While I was there, I got new clamps for up here. So I'm gonna be throwing those on here momentarily. As you can see, I do have a pretty bad leak here, and I do have some damage on these downpipes from them fucking dragging on the ground. But hopefully with these new clamps, we're gonna fix that issue and I'm not gonna have to deal with that ever again. Also gonna get the muffler back on here, route back up the valves. All right, new hanger is in. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but this is the new hanger, courtesy of ECS. Yo, ECS, if you wanna sponsor me, I buy a lot of stuff from there, you feel me? I'd love a sponsorship. All right, so we're back. Let me do a little update on the back end here. Got the muffler back on, tip back on. This is all okay for right now. To fix this little drooping thing, I think the only thing I can do is just get this section here welded. The clamps are just not clamping, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's the only way I can get these to stay straight and not move. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that at some point. I have actually something coming up pretty soon. I wanted to do it in the mix of that, but it's a lot of bread, you feel me? I'm not made of money, you get me? So yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get these welded at some point. I wanted to find somebody that wasn't gonna do like fucking bugger welds, but I gotta work with what I can work with, you feel me? So yeah, these are back on. Now I am figuring out these clamps. It's not really much to figure out. I got the old clamps off, going on with the new clamps now. I was test fitting some stuff. I do have some Vibrant ultra quiet resonators that I bought with the whole exhaust that I was supposed to put up here. Problem is I was having fitment issues and stuff like that, but I just mocked everything up, and honestly, they'll fit right here, there and there. So I just need somebody to either cut this and like join them together, or make basically a whole new pipe for the ultra quiets and then go into the rest of the exhaust. It's gonna take some fabrication. I do have a guy that I think that I can head up about that kind of stuff, but I'm going to him for a little secret. Yeah, I'll figure it out. We're back. We got the new clamps on here. Look at those, so beautiful, brand new. Oh, I actually had one more thing that I completely forgot about. My level sensor back here. I don't know if I could show you. My level sensor is broken, so I just wanted to get that fixed as well. But yeah, I mean, that's it really. All right, coming back at you. Have the car on the ground now. I ended up not doing the level sensor just because it's kind of a pain to do on this rack. It'll be a lot easier if I could take the wheel off, and I can't really take it off that easy on here, so I'll probably get the car back in tomorrow or something like that, get that sensor thrown on, or some other day. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest. But yeah, we're just finishing up with the exhaust now. I'm gonna get you a little lukewarm startup. Feel me? It's gonna be valves open. Really shouldn't have been lie. Alright, what's good, y'all? We're hopping back into this video from the last time I recorded when I was putting the exhaust back together. We are currently on a little road trip. As you can see, currently 5:30. My ETA is 7:18. I am going, so if you don't know, I live in Jersey, like pretty like North Jersey, like more like, I'd say like closer to Central Jersey, but I live in Jersey. And for a while now, I have had a check engine light on. It's not currently on. I gotta get over. I have to get over. Hold on. I hate this. My check engine light is not currently on, but I have had a check engine light on for a minute now, and it is a cat efficiency fault. As soon as I saw that, I saw a whole bunch of cat debris in my exhaust. I saw a whole bunch of cat debris in my exhaust. Bunch of cat debris in my exhaust. Cat debris in my exhaust. Cat debris in my exhaust. Cat debris. Cat debris. Cat debris. Cat debris. Cat debris. Cat debris. Have been cooked. They've been cooked for a while now. But fuck it, you feel me? Wasn't really the issue when I got my exhaust. Okay, so I've had my exhaust since like May of 2025. I got the exhaust and downpipes, and I also ordered test pipes as well to go with everything. But after putting the exhaust together, I did some more research because I aimed to do literally everything on this car myself, which is what I've been doing mostly. The like 1 or 2 times that hasn't happened, it's just been a disaster. So I've been trying to do most of the stuff myself. So yeah, I was looking into, you know, doing the test pipes myself. I'm looking at the videos. They're telling you you gotta partially drop the transmission, shift it out of the way. I'm already like, alright, like that's a little excessive, but it's not too bad. Like I can handle that. And then they're telling me, oh, you're gonna have to cut the cats coming out. If you don't know, I share a lift, so all my modifications that I do it on my lift at work. I'm thankful and blessed enough to have a job where I'm working on cars, so I have access to a lift basically whenever I need to, after hours, of course. I was not gonna attempt to do that after like 5 p.m. after I just had a full day of working on cars. I'm not doing that, you feel me? So I started reaching out to some people, seeing who I can get, what shop I can get my cats replaced at. Every shop I have hit up has told me, oh yeah, no, we don't do that. I don't know if they thought I was a cop or some shit. I don't know if they, you feel me? I don't know if they low-key do it but don't want to do it. There was one shop that I hit up that put my exhaust on. Actually, never going back there. But while I had my exhaust over there in my car over there, I was like, yo, do you guys do test pipes? They were like, nah, we don't do that. Mind you, they tune B9s and B9.5s, and I'm fairly sure I've seen them put catless downpipes on there, unless they just do catted downpipes, which I highly doubt that. But whatever. I'm like, whatever. All right. Like, I know, feel me, states are cracking down on the emission shit, so I'm like, all right, I'm not even gonna press the issue. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Fast forward to, this was like a couple months. This was like mid of 2025. Fast forward to now, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I have some extra bread now. Let me see who I can get to get this shit done. I hit up two places. Actually, I hit up two places. One of them in like Long Island. They told me they don't do it either. I'm like, okay, whatever. I hit up another shop, and they said that they do it. I mean, they said they haven't done it in a while, but they said they'll do it. So I asked for a quote. $2,100. Fuck no. Fuck no. Hell, $2,100? Fuck no. Hell no. Like, I know it's a pretty intensive job, but I am not paying $2,100. At that point, I would go through the labor and shit myself. $2,100? Fuck no. I'm not doing that, gang. So, ended up going to this one guy. I follow him on TikTok. He has an A6, an orange A6. I might put it up right here. Really cool dude. Actually, well, I haven't really spoken to him like that, so I'm not gonna say he's cool. I think he's a pretty cool dude. But his car is like, I'm not a glazer, you feel me? I'm not a fanboy, but his car is pretty fucking sick. Like, he does a lot of custom shit, and like, I've told myself, okay, I'm gonna reach out to him to do some stuff, because I have some, some plans in mind for this car that I would love for him to help me execute. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just start now, see what his quote is on doing test pipes, because I know he like has an automotive shop and he does this. I was like, let me see how much he'll charge. And it was not no $2,100. It wasn't even a band. So I'm like, all right, bet. You feel me? Locked in with him. He said the week after, this was last week, by the way. He said, pull up this week. This is Valentine's week. I don't have a Valentine, so I'm like, fuck it, what's good? Like, am I cool to drop off Friday night after I get out of work? And then, da-da-da-da-da. And I pick up Saturday night. He's like, yeah, that's cool. So boom, it's currently Friday at 5:35 right now, and I am going to upstate New York to drop my car off to this guy to get my test pipes done. The worst part is that it's like a 3-hour train ride back. That's the worst part, but fuck it, you feel me? You know I took a so. Alright, checking back in. We are about an hour away, if you can see. Drive isn't too bad. The one thing I don't like though is there's been a lot of traffic on this route. I've driven to upstate plenty of times, you feel me? Like, it's nothing new to me for real. I've just never really had traffic like that. I don't think I've ever driven at this time, so it makes sense. I've never driven on like a Friday night at like 5-6 p.m. So it makes sense. It does make sense why there is traffic and shit. It just sucks, because I was expecting to be going like the speed limit the whole way up and make up some time, but I'm definitely not making up time. I will most likely be arriving at 7:18. But it is what it is. I was just checking in for a little bit. I will check in probably when I'm there, or unless something interesting happens. Taking this right after, but I forgot to mention that. So I just came off of work, and I literally did not have any lunch at work. So I'm just eating a can of pineapples right now as I'm driving. Not gonna lie, it's not the easiest thing, especially since my alignment is all out of whack. So I gotta keep my hands on my steering wheel basically every like milliseconds, so it doesn't really help, but it's cool, you feel me? I'm getting it done. All right, so I'm checking back in right now. Where the fuck do I turn at? We are about, we're about 3 minutes away. Look at the time though. I made some time. I knocked off 9 minutes and I'm happy about that, you feel me? I'm always beating the clock. That's me for real. Going the speed limit, of course. But yo, it is so dark out here. Like there are no street lights. High beams basically have to be on all the time. It does, like, my visibility is already kind of bad because my windshield is tinted. But yo, like, this is insane. You feel me? But yeah, I'm about to link up with bro. Drop off the car, and then I gotta take an Uber back to the train station, and then get on my 3-hour-long commute back to the crib. It's gonna be fun. All right, we're checking back in. I made it to the guy's crib. Obviously, I'm not gonna show his Addy or anything like that. Address, my fault. But I'm parked up next to his car. It's a little bit dark out. I don't know if anybody can recognize that. If you guys, follow any Audi influencers on TikTok, this guy is pretty up there. He does a lot of his stuff, a lot of custom stuff. It's insane. But yeah, I'm tapping in with him to do my test pipes, and then I'm gonna be hopefully picking up tomorrow. Right now, I just gotta figure out my way home, so I gotta call an Uber or a Lyft or whatever, get to the Poughkeepsie train station, then take Metro North from there down to Manhattan, and then home from there. All right, we hopping back into this video. It's like a couple days later. He got pretty tied up with some other stuff that he was working on, so he couldn't get the car in for a minute, which is perfectly fine. I told him that was fine. Yeah, we're back in the car now. Test pipes are in, and he said it's very loud. I'm already knowing I gotta come back to him to get the rest of my exhaust done up. But man, let's get on this. Getting back home, talking about like I gotta look it up. It's probably like a calm like hour 40 drive back to the crib. Once we're on the highway, I'm gonna open it up. I'm definitely not gonna open it up in his neighborhood or anything like that. I'm gonna wait till probably I'm on the highway, and then I'm sorry I'm shivering, bro. It's mad cold outside. I was just standing outside chatting it up with him. It's so fucking cold, bro. But yeah, alright, we're gonna be out. Let's get on this. Alright, we're checking back in. I'm not that long into the drive, but we got an hour and like 20 minutes, give or take a couple minutes left. I'm not doing that math right now. So I'm on the highway. I have opened it up, and it sounds horrible. It is so bad. Hold on, let me press my little valve switch right here. Now, the volume itself didn't really change that much. The tone, and it's so bad. Alright, let me just boom. Maybe I should turn off cruise control. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, there are a couple pops and shit. There are a couple more pops than there were before. So higher in the RPM, it doesn't sound horrible, but So we are down the street, about to pull into the crib. Damn, what's up? About to pull into the crib. I'm a little bit late. I'm like 10 minutes behind what the original ETA was. And that's just because I stopped to get like a snack and stuff like that. I was hungry and I'm very, very tired. So it's basically as soon as I get in the crib, I'm going to sleep. You feel me? I'm finna take a shower and go to sleep. I am gonna jump back into this video tomorrow though, because I do have to update my tune just to incorporate the catalyst file, and that way after I do that, we can test out the burbles and stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna hop back into this later. We hopping back into this video right now. As you can see, car is in the shop. I am about to load the tune. I have the tune. I actually have to download a new software because from the last time I tuned this car, Jackal has released a new like software version or whatever, or a new flasher rather. So I have to download that flasher real quick, and then I'll get into the tuning software. Alright, so we got the tuning software downloaded. Now I'm just gonna go to program the engine here. Let's power up and ignition, put do not stop car. Ignition is on. I do have a battery charger on the car just to be safe. I don't know if I'm gonna have to put my name and shit in, but we'll see. Alright, now it's just telling me wait. 100%. Damn, okay, so auto pulled my name, auto pulled the VIN. I'm gonna put my phone number in here, even though I don't think I need to. My email, binary, what the fuck is that? Oh, off-road. Oh. Yep, alright, so we got the binary here. I just selected off-road. And then for the calibrations, let me see what that is saying. Oh, okay. Stage 2 93 single pulley. So currently I do have a larger crank pulley. So we're gonna flash this, the stage 2 93 octane single pulley, since I do have access to 93 in my area. Last updated in November. That's fine. So I'm just gonna do this. Alright, boom. Next, we're gonna do the the verbal patch. Okay, next, program, get him back into this. Flash complete. Key off, then press OK. Key off. My fault, it's flicking up. I know it is super dirty, but I'm not gonna lie, I have not washed my car or vacuumed my car in a while. This has been a pure daily, especially with winter. I have not, dude, it's been too cold for me to, no. So it's been pretty dirty, but I mean, it's a daily for me. What do you expect? All right, key on, press OK, key is on, press OK, and that's it. I'm gonna do the transmission just because I think that there is a transmission file that got updated, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. It does look like it has updated since I flashed. I flashed probably back in like, I don't even know. I think last time I flashed was around like June of last year maybe. So there is an update. If you are unfamiliar with Jackal, they do give you different selective launches. They have high launch, they have low launch. Low launch is lower RPMs, high launch, higher RPMs. I'm not an expert, I don't know exactly which one is best, but I am gonna do the lower launches. I think higher launches is for like better prepped, you know, cars, like if you have a radio and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do low launch just for now. I can always switch it if I need to. All right, so we're good on that. Just gonna do this real quick, program that. I think this will take a little bit less time than the ECU flash. ECU flash took probably like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna check back in when it's done, and then we're probably gonna go out for a drive, test the Burbo tune. All right, so I'm not warm, so I'm not gonna push this crazy, but if I'm not mistaken, I have to be in dynamic or individual, so I just switched it out of comfort, and I think that's it. I mean, we'll see, because again, the car is not warmed up, so I'm not gonna push it or anything. Wait, it sounds so bad. Like, I gotta get my resonators put on. I can open the valves. I might do that. It's gonna sound so bad. Yo, don't judge me, man. I swear this is not the final. Okay. We got a little something. Feel me? It's not OD. It's not OD, which I like. Like, I had little cracks and pops, like stock, you feel me? Well, not stock, but like no, just an exhaust. I had little cracks and pops. And it's kind of like OEM plus kind of. Like, it's not OD, it's not too much, you feel me? Maybe if I push it a little bit more, get higher in the RPMs, it might get a little bit crazier, but we'll see. I'm also not trying to push it because it sounds so bad. Like, I hate hearing this shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I mean, I don't look. It's not like, you feel me? Like, it's not a lot of cracks and pops, and I can't really judge it right now just because the exhaust sounds so bad. So I might have to revisit this once I get my resonators put on. Try it out for a little bit. Oh my god, that's fucking loud as shit. Oh my god. Dude, with the wall right here, that shit is disgusting. Sounds like a VQ. And that's coming from a guy that came from a VQ. Oh. Press the wrong button. Okay. God damn, alright, fuck. Oh, holy shit. Oh, alright. I did not fucking expect that. Holy fuck. Yo. I don't know how to feel. That was loud. That was okay. I can't really judge it though, because the exhaust itself sounds bad, you feel me? With a good / decent sounding exhaust, this could have potential. Right now, it's a little excessive just because the exhaust is really excessive and really bad. Does it do it with the valves closed? Hold on. If I close the valves are closed. I feel like if I do it valves closed, what if it like fucking damages the valves or some shit? Also, now that I'm catless, the valves vibrate so much. I imagine it's just because of the sheer amount of airflow that's going through. Okay, it does do it. It does do it with the valves. It does do it with the valves. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the fucking the air hitting the valves. Like, it's so stupid. This is so stupid. Now, okay. I'm not really a burble guy. I'm not an excessive burble guy. I like a wee bit of burbles here and there, you feel me? I have driven a lot of, like, if you didn't know, I'm a BMW tech. I have driven a lot of customer cars that have burbles, whether it be, you know, the long amounts of burbles versus short, like decent OEM plus style burbles. And I can't lie, the OE style burbles kind of puts a smile on my face. I can't lie. Like, it sounds kind of cool. Not like it does. Like, it's just that little extra oomph, you feel me? Like, so I don't hate it. Say, like I have been saying though, I kind of just gotta see how I feel about it when I have a decent exhaust on it. Open the valves again. And it seems like it really only does it when I downshift. Okay, it didn't do it that time. I guess I gotta build a decent amount of. When I shifted up that time, I feel like I got a little something. I swear I just saw cop lights behind me. Not like directly behind me, but a couple cars back. I was about to shut this shit off, man. Yeah, I get too many. I've been stopped way too many times. Not even for like speeding or anything. Literally just for tints. Like, that upshift sounded pretty nice. Like, yeah, like it's not excessive, and like it's not a burble like every time I do anything, you feel me? Like, it kind of just like, it's almost random, but like also not really random. I don't know, man. Like, this shit is like, I'm still, I gotta figure it out. I just got into the crib. Yeah, I don't know. I still gotta figure out like exactly how it works and everything like that. And then I also gotta fix the exhaust setup, shit like that. So there's a couple stuff. I can't really give my full opinion on it right now. It's just gonna have to be I'll get back at y'all with that. But yeah, I mean, test pipes are on. Car sounds horrible now. But it's just a journey. I'm in the search of, you know, finding that good exhaust setup and finding something that's a little bit different. I honestly could have just got an AW exhaust. Kind of got to hurry this outro up because my internal storage is kind of low. I got to get an SD card for this. But yeah, I'm gonna tap back in with y'all soon. Hopefully, I got one more thing that's on the way soon. Hopefully more on that later. Y'all again for popping out. I'm gonna tap in with y'all soon. Safety.